Okay, so we'll do this tier maker for this tier list for CSGO cases. I think the one obvious and easy one I'll do is the fracture case. Like, this one's pretty easy. Fracture case I think is S tier for sure. I think because it has what? It has the Desert Eagle Prince Stream. It has the AK Legion of Anubis. And it also has the Shadow Web Knives. So I think that's on the top, honestly. That's pretty much on the top. This is what I'm doing based on what I remember as well, so yeah. Okay, I think another easy one in my opinion would be the breakout case, I think, because that could go on A tier. Oh, even though I know it has the butterfly knives, it can't go in S tier because it has shit skins. Let's be real. It has garbage skins. They're not even that great. The only good thing that's keeping up this case to be relevant is the butterfly knife, so I would have to keep it at A at best. You know what? I'm gonna change the D tier to be also expensive garbage. I'll do it like that. And then this can go here. Hydra case, I would say, is the expensive garbage. Like, we already have the glove case for it, so no need. The only thing I would say is it has the gloves and the Op Oni Taichi, so that's about it. But I think another one I would like is the... I would put Gamma 2 at A tier as well, because the Gamma 2 has great knives. It has the OG knives with the Gamma finishes, so those are fire. I like those a lot. And it has pretty decent skins, so it can't be S, but I think A would be pretty good, I would say. The knives do kind of hold up the case as well for this one, so I'm going to leave it at that. Bravo case is also expensive garbage, let's be real. The chances of getting something good in this case is very slim, and you're paying like what, 30 USD for this case. And then even the AK Fire Serpent is very like in contention. Like, not too many people like it at all. I mean, I personally think it's pretty decent, but it is kind of expensive garbage. I would rather open something else than the Bravo case. It's really not worth it. Don't spend your money on it. This is how you lose it super fast. Chroma 1. This has to go in C tier. Even though it does have the OG knives and the chroma finishes with like the Dopplers, so you can get like a Sapphire or something like that. There are the second and third iterations, which I have the Chroma 2 right here. I think the Chroma 2 can go in B tier. It has the same knives, and I would say the coverts are kind of a step up compared to the Chroma ones, and just the skins in general within Chroma 2 is just a bit better, but not much. It's not great at all, but I would say it can stay there. Let's imagine Chroma 3 is also here for B tier. Maybe I'll edit it in or something like that. But Chroma 3 will be here, also on B tier with Chroma 2, because I would say the skins are kind of comparable in a sense that they're both not great, but they're both better than Chroma 1, and they also have the same knives, so I think Chroma 3 can also go here along with Chroma 2. I would say the Gamma case, okay, the Gamma case is the same with the Gamma 2 case in the sense that they have the same knives, but for Gamma 2, honestly, I'm not really too sure. I would put it in between A and B, so I'll just leave it at B, honestly. I think the Gamma 2 is a bit better than the Gamma 1, in my opinion. I don't know why. I just leave it like that. But this one's pretty interchangeable, honestly. This could both go on A or B, so I'll just leave it here. The clutch case is so far the only case I know that has the Vice gloves and I think the second generation of gloves. So this one would go in A tier for the sake of that, because I believe there is no other case that has the same gloves as these. So this has that unique factor to it, and the gloves within this case are pretty good looking too. And there's a bunch of expensive ones too. So I will put this at A tier. CS20, I don't know. If you like the classic knife, put it on A tier. But if you don't like the classic knife, I would put it on B tier, honestly. And honestly, I'll just put it on... I'll put it A just for the sake of the Op Wildfire as well. The Op Wildfire is probably one of the coolest looking covert op skins we have in the game. I don't know. It's just so unique. The colors are very bright and just really pops in game. And if you especially love the color red, this is perfect for that. And then this also has the classic knives, which If you have that nostalgic feeling to it, then that's why I suggest putting it to A. But if you don't really care about the classic knives, then I would say B is the choice for it. But it has that unique factor to it as well, with it being the only case with classic knives. So there's that to it. And it's not bad at all. For the Danger Zone case, I would put it also at B because it's the problem. I don't know. In my opinion, I don't really rate the Horizon knives, like the knives within here, like Talon, Ursus, Stiletto, Navaja. I don't really rate them too highly. Maybe I turned a bit of a new leaf on the Talon knife. I kind of like it now. But the other knives, I don't really like too much anymore. I don't really care for them. And the thing is that they have pretty good coverts. They have the AK Asimov and Op Neo Noir, so there's that to it. And the pinks are pretty decent as well, so it can't be at this level yet. It's not at this level for like Chroma 1, like garbage skins, but I think it could go at B. It's has good skins with pretty okay knives, or pretty good knives if you think about it. I don't know. For the esports cases, these three I would say go for expensive garbage, especially the esports 2013 one. It's like $25, while these are like $2. And this one's pretty cool because like they're different compared to like the rest of the cases. They even look different too. I feel like Valve should do like more interesting cases in the sense that it should have like some sort of theme to it, or just something interesting other than just community driven. Like I know the communities, like these are all like community made skins for the most part, like a lot of these cases, but maybe they should add like a theme for our next case or something, so like it could be more fun or just cooler in general instead of like having it all over the place. But that's just my opinion. For the Falchion case, I would also put this at B tier. Maybe some of you guys would rate it less because it has the Falchion knives only, but it also has the Op Hyper Beast. It also has the AK Aquamarine Revenge. I think those two skins are fantastic. I think they aged really well, and I personally am starting to like the Falchion knives more and more, so I kind of turned a new leaf over on that, and I think it's pretty nice. Oh wait, what the hell? This is Chroma? This is Chroma 3. Oh, I'm so stupid. All right, I'm very stupid. This is the Chroma 3. I'm so stupid. This is the Chroma 1. Wait. No, this is the Chroma 1. Chroma 3 is right here. So I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Gamma 2 is right here. Honestly, I'll just put Gamma 2 also in A for the sake of it because they're basically the same, and I think they both have pretty good things, so I'll put them both in A. I'm sorry, that was my mistake, because look, it looks the same. The gamma and the chroma, they look exactly the same. You know what? I'm gonna put this down a bit, the CS20 case, because honestly, I don't really rate the classic knives that high. I just put it on A for the sake of like being nostalgic and stuff. But honestly, I'm not nostalgic for it, so I'm just changing this right now. I'm putting it to B because it's not really appealing to me in my opinion. It's okay. Like it has the Alt Wildfire. The classic knives are decent, but yeah, it's okay. But moving on, we have the glove case. I think glove case can go in A tier because just for the sake of the gloves, I think the gloves are carrying this case as it's called the glove case. And the only other case to have the same gloves is the Hydra case, which is expensive garbage. It's really not worth opening because we have this case. The gloves within this case are probably one of the best. There's just an overall amount of good looking gloves within this case, and I think it's really nice. The Horizon case, I think it's on par with the Danger Zone case, honestly. It has the AK Neon Rider, it has the Desert Eagle Code Red, M4A1S Nightmare. These are all great looking skins, but it has the same set of knives which I don't really rate highly. If I like the knives more, I probably would have put these two at A, but I don't. So I think B is perfectly fine, and it's not bad. Not bad at all. For the Huntsman case, honestly, I would say this belongs in expensive garbage as well because it's like $240 as well on the Steam market. But for the sake of nostalgia, because like I opened these cases back then as well, like it only has the Huntsman knife as well, and the AK Vulcan, which is very iconic, a very good looking skin that really aged well too. I'll put this at C tier just for the sake of it. I think it's better than the Chroma. Well, yeah, for the sake of the skins, although the Huntsman knife isn't as popular, and the Chroma case does have like the better OG knives with like the Doppler finishes, I would still say the Huntsman is a C tier, but it could belong in expensive garbage as well. We have the Phoenix case. This has the OG knives with the OG finishes. This has the Op Asimov and the AK Redline. So those are two very iconic skins within the game. Everyone practically knows about these skins, and the Phoenix case, so iconic. I'm struggling between S and A. Should I just put this at A tier? I'll just put on S for the sake of nostalgia too, because it does have the Asimov and the AK Redline. Those two skins, oh my god. When I first entered the game, that's what everyone had as well. So it's just too iconic. Everyone knows about them, and it deserves the top position in my opinion. For the Prisma 2 case, I'll also put this. I'll honestly put this at the top like a B plus tier or so, if there was one. But I think this is probably the top of the B tier because it also has the Doppler finishes for the knives of the Horizon knives, and then it also has pretty good looking skins within it too. Like it has the Glock Bullet Queen, the M4 Player 2, has the AK Phantom Disruptor, and then the Discotheque for the Mac 10. So I think I'll put it here, B tier. But yeah, it's not bad at all. Although I don't rate the knives highly, as I said before. You know what? I'm gonna move Prisma 2 to A tier, and then I'm gonna put Prisma 1 at like the B tier plus, like at the top of the B tier, because the Prisma 2 overall does have better skins than the Prisma 1. But the Prisma 1 also has like the Theris. I think the Theris is just one of the coolest looking ops in my opinion. I'm just so biased against it. It also has the M4 Emperor, which is probably one of the best looking M4 skins we have right now. It's just a sick looking skin, and it's just beautiful. I kind of want to get one myself, but yeah. So I'll put Prisma 2 at the top. I'll put it at A tier here, like a low A, and then I'll put it at a high B for the Prisma 1. For the revolver case, I would say this is also at a B tier. It's actually really cheap. I was surprised by how cheap it is, and it also has the OG finishes for the OG knives, so there's that. If you want to open them, the Royal Paladin is pretty expensive, even though it looks relatively plain in my opinion. There also is the Point Disarray, so there's that. So I would say it's B tier. It's not bad at all. Shadow case, I would say, is also B tier because it has the USPS kill confirmed. That's like, if you can get that in Stack Track, then you're getting more than the knives itself probably. It has the Golden Coil, which isn't bad, and it also has the AK Frontside Misty, which is a beautiful looking skin as well. And then for the Shadow Daggers, this is after all in the Shadow case, so not too many people like them, that's for sure. But honestly, I don't really mind them now. I think they're kind of cool. I don't know why, but I don't know. They're not bad at all in my opinion. But I'll put it at B just for the sake of like the kill confirmed and like some of the skins, and me liking the Shadow Daggers a bit more. However, this was probably like a low B, like in between B and C, so like a B minus or so. So that's why I put it at the end. For the Shattered Web case, honestly, this is probably in the same boat as the Hydra case, so expensive garbage. Even though it's still under $1 right now, you have the Fracture case. What's the point of opening the Shattered Web case if you can just open the Fracture case, right? They both have the same knives, so there's that to it, and really no point in opening the Shattered Web case anymore. If the Fracture case never existed, then the Shattered Web case would probably be at like A tier or something, but the Fracture case exists, so yeah. Weapon case 1, this classifies as expensive, but compared to the contents, I guess it would be A. I mean, my reasonings are kind of dumb, but this would probably most likely go in expensive garbage. But it does have the Op Lightning Strike, like it's $27. It has the Op Lightning Strike, it has the AK Case Harden, which everyone knows nowadays, like getting the blue gems and all that, so there's that going for it. And I feel like this is like A, expensive garbage. Like you gotta put it, or maybe in parentheses. This would go in like parentheses, A tier, but it's expensive garbage. But yeah, I guess I'll put it here. Like this would also go in this rank, but honestly, I feel like these two are more deserving of expensive garbage, given how there's like nothing really much going for these two cases, and it's like the same knives as well, and they're like $2 each. But even though I know this is $27, there's like an asterisk for this one in this category, I guess. But yeah, I'll leave it here. It's better than the Bravo in my opinion. Like, this is cooler stuff, you know. We have the Wildfire case. I would put this at a C tier, honestly. Like, I don't really rate the Bowie knives highly, even though like the animation is pretty cool, and it has the field injector, which is pretty expensive, even though it's kind of plain. But I don't really care for the case, honestly. I think it's just a C tier. Okay, so for the Winter Offensive case, my chat decided I'm gonna go for chat for this one, A tier. There's also an asterisk for this one, for these two, because they're pretty expensive. This one's $4, while this one's $27, so there's an asterisk. It's A tier, but it's expensive, like for these two. This has the M4 Asimov, the Op Redline, M4A1S Guardian, so I would say the M4A4 Asimov is probably one of the best M4 skins we have too. So there's that. And also has the OG knives with the OG finishes. Starting with the Spectrum 1, I would put this on S tier. Simply because it has two great looking coverts, the Bloodsport and the USP Neo Noir. Those two skins are so cool. It also has the Decimator as well, I believe. So that's sick as well. And it has the Doppler finishes, the chroma finishes for the Butterfly Knife, Bowie, Shadow Daggers, and Falchion. So it has that. So I would say the Butterfly Knife kind of carries this case as well, because you could get a Butterfly Doppler, Sapphire, Ruby, which is pretty sick. It's insane, very expensive. You get Butterfly Marble Fades as well, so there's that. And the skins look pretty great. So I would put this on S tier. And then the Spectrum 2 would go right here in between. It would be A tier, because although it has the same knives, the contents within the case aren't as great. The only meaningful item within this case is the AK Empress, in my opinion. That's probably the best looking skin in this case itself. But other than that, they're both relatively good though. However, I would say overall this one does have better skins too. I also forgot about the Broken Fang case, but Broken Fang case would go in A tier, because it does have the M4A1S Print Stream, the Glock Neo Noir, M4A4 Cybersecurity, Op Exoskeleton, which are all fire skins, and it also has new gloves. So maybe until a new case comes out with the same gloves as the Broken Fang case, it would probably go down to expensive garbage. But for now, I'll put it at A tier, just because of how great this case is overall, and the gloves are actually pretty cool. I've grown to like some of them, and they're not bad at all. And yeah, that is my tier list for the cases. There's probably a lot of controversial stuff within here. I mean, it's kind of controversial right now as I'm looking at it, but it's just my opinion. Maybe you guys should just link your own within the comments too. I would love to see them. And I don't know. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching.